You think your money is in the bank. You check your app. You see a digital number. You feel secure. But that money isn't actually yours. It is a digital promise that can be revoked. Here at Visual Link, we are exploring the dark side of central bank digital currencies. As governments prepare to replace physical cash with programmable tokens, the very nature of human freedom and financial autonomy is hanging in a delicate balance. Before we dive into this financial revolution, please share and subscribe to help us keep bringing you these deep dives into the future. A CBDC is not like Bitcoin or Ethereum. It is a centralized tool of total oversight controlled by a single government entity. When money becomes programmable, the authorities gain the power to decide exactly where, when, and how you are allowed to spend your hard-earned wealth. If you find this investigation eye-opening, make sure to share and subscribe so you never miss our updates on the changing global economy. Imagine a world where your money has an expiration date, forcing you to spend it on government-approved goods before it simply vanishes from your account. This isn't science fiction. It is a technical reality that several nations are already testing to control inflation and consumer behavior through direct intervention. The transition to a cashless society means that every single transaction you make, from a cup of coffee to a car, is recorded in a permanent government ledger. In a digital-only economy, the off switch for your life becomes a reality for anyone who disagrees with the current political or social narrative of the state. The disappearance of physical cash removes the last layer of privacy that exists between a private citizen and the massive data mining machines of the financial elite. We are moving toward a social credit financial system where your spending habits could determine your eligibility for loans, travel, or even basic public services. Unlike the cash in your wallet, a digital token can be locked if you attempt to purchase something the government deems unhealthy or socially irresponsible for the collective. The illusion of ownership is fading as we trade the tangible security of gold and paper for the convenience of a screen-based permission system that we do not control. Banks have always had power, but the integration of AI with CBDCs allows for real-time surveillance of the entire population's economic heartbeat without any human oversight. The threat of financial deplatforming is the ultimate weapon of the modern age, capable of silencing dissent without firing a single shot or making a single arrest. Programmable money allows for precision taxation, where fees can be deducted from your account instantly based on your carbon footprint or your driving habits. While the promised benefits include faster transactions and lower crime, the cost is a total surrender of the financial wall that protects your private life from the state. Cybersecurity takes on a terrifying new dimension when a single hack on a central ledger could theoretically wipe out the life savings of an entire nation overnight. The concentration of such immense power into a single digital point of failure creates a target so large that rogue states and elite hackers will never stop attacking it. We must ask ourselves if the convenience of a digital wallet is worth the potential loss of the fundamental right to trade freely with our neighbors in private. History shows that whenever a government gains total control over the medium of exchange, the individual eventually loses their ability to protest against injustice. The ghost economy refers to the fact that your digital wealth only exists as long as the system allows it to, making it a ghost of true ownership. Centralized digital assets are the polar opposite of the decentralized dream that started the crypto revolution, acting instead as a digital cage for the masses. As physical bank branches close and ATMs disappear, the trap is being set for a world where there is no exit strategy from the digital grid. Even if you have nothing to hide, the metadata of your life, who you pay, where you eat, and what you buy, tells a story that can be used against you. The shift to CBDCs is often marketed as a way to bank the unbanked, but it frequently ends up being a way to track the untracked for the purpose of control. Economists argue that this system prevents money laundering, but it also prevents the small-scale, informal trades that keep local communities alive during crises. The psychological impact of never touching physical money leads to a detachment from the value of labor, making it easier for systems to manipulate our spending. Inflation can be enforced in a digital system through negative interest rates, where the government literally drains your account to force you to shop. This level of economic engineering has never been possible in human history until the advent of high-speed networks and advanced algorithmic processing. If your digital identity is stolen or compromised, you could be effectively erased from the economy in a matter of seconds with no way to pay for food. The lack of a physical fallback means that a simple power outage or network failure could paralyze the commerce of a major city or even an entire country. We are witnessing the birth of a new kind of feudalism where we are tenants of our own wealth, paying rent to the platforms that host our digital coins. Most people are sleepwalking into this transition, lured by the ease of tap-to-pay, without realizing the underlying architecture being built around them. The transparency that benefits the government is a one-way mirror, as the public rarely gets to see how the central algorithms are actually functioning. Algorithmic bias could lead to certain neighborhoods or demographics being throttled in their spending power based on risk profiles they never agreed to. There is no cash under the mattress in a world of CBDCs, leaving the individual completely vulnerable to the whims of banking holidays and system freezes. The power to freeze assets was once reserved for criminals, but in a programmable economy, it can be applied to anyone who triggers an automated red flag. We are trading the liberty of the coin for the security of the code, and history suggests that we will eventually regret the loss of the former. As we look deeper, we see that the push for digital currency is often tied to global initiatives that seek to standardize human behavior across borders. Individual sovereignty starts with the pocketbook, and when the pocketbook is owned by the state, the individual is no longer truly sovereign in their choices. The transition is being accelerated by the decline of physical retail, forcing everyone into a digital funnel where surveillance is the default setting for life. Education is our only defense against the implementation of these systems without the proper safeguards for privacy and human rights in the digital era. We must demand that any digital currency includes a privacy mode that replicates the anonymity of cash, though authorities are unlikely to grant it. The debate over CBDCs is not just about money. It is a debate about the boundary between the public state and the private individual's internal life. The visual link mission is to ensure that you are aware of these invisible shifts before they become permanent fixtures of our daily existence on Earth. When the final physical dollar is printed, we will have reached a point of no return where every human interaction is a data point for a central machine. Prepare yourself by diversifying your assets and understanding that digital convenience is often a mask for increased centralization and data harvesting. The ghost of your money will haunt the digital ledgers of the future unless we take a stand for financial privacy today while we still have the choice. If you believe that financial privacy is a human right, please share and subscribe to help us reach more people with this urgent message of freedom. The future of your wealth is being coded right now in the halls of central banks, and you deserve a seat at the table where those decisions are made. Don't wait until your digital wallet is locked to realize that you have lost the power to control your own destiny and the fruits of your labor. We are the last generation to know the freedom of physical cash, and it is our responsibility to protect that legacy for those who come after us. Digital currencies are a tool, and like any tool, they can be used to build a cathedral of progress or a prison of total and absolute surveillance. Keep your eyes open and your mind sharp as we navigate this transition from a world of atoms to a world of bits and programmable financial control. The story of money is the story of human civilization, and the next chapter is being written in lines of code that could change everything we know. Your support allows us to continue researching these critical topics and bringing them to light before they are hidden behind layers of technical jargon. Take a moment right now to share and subscribe so we can continue this journey together and stay one step ahead of the digital transformation. Thank you for watching, for caring about the future of freedom, and for staying informed in an age of constant and rapid technological change. Remember that true wealth is not just a number on a screen, but the ability to move through the world as a free and independent human being. Stay vigilant, stay prepared, and never forget that your financial privacy is the cornerstone of all your other freedoms in the modern digital world. Before the screen goes dark, please share and subscribe to Visual Link and help us build a community of informed citizens ready for the future.